I've driven 40 minutes this morning and paid £20 for this big bag of stuff. I can't wait to go through it. I woke up this morning, I had a quick flick through Facebook Marketplace, and by pure chance, without searching for anything, I dropped onto a massive bundle of vintage Power Rangers stuff. It's stuff that I've not seen before. I had a quick check on some of the items using Google Lens and it all looks to be proper Power Rangers. I'm really excited to go through it. Let's head home. I'll show you everything we've got and then we'll start the normal Sunday video. We're back at home and here is everything that we picked up. I've got no idea on the value of this kind of stuff, but my favourite thing to do at the minute is find really nice bundles of plenty of stuff on Facebook Marketplace, split them up and sell them for a profit. I'm pretty sure a lot of this armour over here might actually go with this large figure and you can kind of create a Megazord. But then there's all sorts of little bits and bobs, like these little morphophones. If they're working, sometimes they can be, 10, 15, 20 quid. There's some really cool figures in here. Some of them I think I vaguely remember as well, which is pretty cool. But yeah, £20 spent. I definitely think we're going to make a bit of profit on this. Let's change over to our usual video and we'll go through everything we picked up at the boot sale and what sold this week. How's it going, everyone? I'm Joe from Joe's Collector's Corner and welcome back to another video. It's the next day, it's Sunday morning. We've been to the car boot. Well, what can I say about the car boot? It was quiet. It was a cold winter morning. Again, no queue, barely anybody turned up. But nevertheless, I managed to buy a bag and a half worth of items. I spent £49.50 in total. Got everything down here. We'll go through each item one by one. In terms of sales, it's been a decent week. I've done about £550 worth of sales across eBay, Vinted and Depop, including £50 worth of personal items that I'm just selling because I don't need them anymore. Pretty happy with that. We're still in January, just after Christmas. Christmas time was booming. It's obviously going to peter off in January and hopefully pick up in the next couple of months. But, £500 worth of sales from spending, between £50 and £100 every week on stock. I'm really happy with that. Let's not hang about, let's go through everything we bought. So I spent just under £50 and about £35 went on two bundles. This was the first bundle. I spent £20 on a ton of backpacks and I did pay up for them, but I think there are some good ones here. There's a lot of camelback backpacks, which they're all cycling backpacks. One of the small ones I've got looks to be maybe worth 25 quid, so I think we're going to do okay. This is the first one here. I'm not sure on the brand of this one. It says High Sierra on the back. I'm not sure if that's the brand or just the model. I think it's probably the brand. But it comes with a High Sierra water drinking thing and a tube. And I'm pretty sure most of these are like new. So that's the first one. Probably the cheapest of the bunch is this high-tech cycling backpack. It had a £1 sticker on it. It was thrown in with the bundle. I think I'll get more than £1 for it though. So we've got 4 camelback items. The first being this kind of like, I guess it's like a satchel thing with water bottles in. I'm pretty sure this is all new. It doesn't look like there's ever been anything inside the water bottles at all. But yeah, it's pretty nice. We then got this small camel backpack. It doesn't have anything with it, no water bottles or anything, but it's nice condition and really good quality as well. This is the one that I think might be 25. It's not got anything with it in terms of drinking tubes and stuff like that. It's a camelback Lobo bag. It's got a little model there. Really, really good condition again. Then finally, the one that probably is the most worn because it's got this reflective surface that's got some marks on it is this massive camelback backpack. It's got a model there. It is a Rubicon 25. It's got like a hard shell back here, so it molds around your back, I guess, which is really cool. Not had one like this before, but yeah, it's a big one. So if that small one's worth 25, there's a chance that this might be worth the same or maybe even a little bit more. I'd never heard of the brand before, but a quick check and speaking to the guy showed that it is a decent cycling brand, so it might be worth looking out for them, especially if you can find them cheap. I've not checked any prices, but I couldn't leave these behind just because of how unique and cool they are. These are a pair of sandals. No idea if there's value in sandals, but they're Adidas sandals, which I thought was really cool. Really good condition. I don't actually know what size they are and whether it even tells you. Here we go, size 42. So is that an 8 or 9? I think 45 is the size 11. So unfortunately, they'll not fit me. They could have been a holiday pair, but yeah, really different, really weird. Not that much wear on them, to be fair, so I'm pretty happy with that. No idea on the value, but they cost me in a bundle of £9. I'm about £2 into them. This was the other part of the bundle. I got them down to 7. These are a pair of Nike Total 90s. Total 90s and old Nike and Adidas are always worth really good money. Metal studs. The only downside to these is the wear to the silver and the fact that they're a small size. So I think they are a UK... They're a lot bigger than I thought, actually. They're a UK 7.5. I was thinking they were going to be a size 5. But, you know, there might be a small man somewhere that wants to rock some vintage football boots. No idea on the value, but I could not leave them behind. I was well chuffed when I found these. It's very rare that I do find nice football boots. But I did sell those old Adidas recently on Facebook for £70. So with any luck, these might be worth more than 7. I bought one last pair of footwear, which was part of a motorcycle bundle. So we'll go through that whole thing next. I say whole thing, it's 2 items. We bought these pair of City motorcycle boots. They are small. I think they're a size 5. Let's have a look. They're a UK 5.5, so most likely women's, but leather, good condition. I think they're worth about 30. I had a very quick look at the car boot because I've got no idea on motorcycle stuff. I think I saw a pair for 30. And then I bought this Frank Thomas motorcycle jacket. I don't think Frank Thomas is great, but it's full leather. Again, really quick look at the car boot, and it looks to be worth possibly 30. But it's got some kind of arm, elbow pads. It feels like it's got a bit of protection on the shoulders as well. And a tiny bit of protection on the back, I think. So it might be more than 30, but you never know. I'm hoping for 30, but we'll see. I paid £15. I bought them separately because I didn't want the jacket at first because I just didn't know about it. So I bought the boots, I did a walk around, and then picked up the jacket. It worked out at £15 in total. Last 2 items now. It was a really small car boot. I bought a Huawei watch. I thought this was just a band for the watch, but it looks to be the whole thing, like a Fitbit. It's a Band 3 Pro. No idea if it's working. It was just off of a couple that were selling their own stuff, and they've kept it with all the wires. So what I'm guessing is they've got a Huawei phone and then they've just got a watch thrown in for free. I know that's the thing you get a lot with Samsung nowadays. You get the earbuds, you get watches, you get all sorts of stuff. But, you know, if you're not going to, you know, use a smartwatch, you've got no interest in it, there's something in there. I'm not sure if it's the wire, but with any luck it is. It's in really good condition. I don't think it's ever been used at all, to be fair. Even the band doesn't look worn. So yeah, really happy with that. Paid £4. No idea on the value. It might only be worth £4, but I wasn't going to leave it behind. Yeah, pretty cool. And finally, this was just a case of, I've not bought much at the car boot, let's just buy something random. Paid £1.50 from the same guy that I actually got the motorcycle gear from, right before we left, for this TV on communication internet phone. It looks like a handset with a USB in the bottom of it, and a £5 voucher. The only reason I bought this is because it's brand new and sealed, and you never know with old tech. Sometimes there can be a little bit of value in it. Hopefully it's worth more than £1.50, but if it's not, I might get my money back. And that's it. That is everything we bought. It's been quiet, like I said, but I spent 50 quid, so it's not that bad to say you know, when I first started this, if the car boot was as empty as it was, I might have spent £5 and that was it. Whereas now I'm spending 50 and I'm still getting a bag and a half worth of stuff that I think we're going to be able to turn into profit. That's everything we bought. Let's go through what sold this week. In terms of sales, we made £496.49 plus about £51 worth of personal sales. So on eBay, we did £439.99. Vinted, we did £46.50, and we had one Depop sale, would you believe, for a tenner. Since I changed Depop to use their Depop shipping and not my own, the fees seem to have decreased quite a lot, so I'm pretty happy with selling more stuff on Depop now. Let's go through Depop first. We had one sale. It was the Adidas Belgium shorts. They went for a tenner all in. Buyer pays for postage for them. Vinted, we had 5 sales. First sale being a Schleck Pegasus from that bundle that I got from the charity shop where I bought 3 bags for £3. There was a Pegasus in there, up for £9.99. I've been sending out £8 offers for about a month now. Somebody sent me an £8.50 one and I gobbled it up. And they paid straight away. They're really, really looking forward to getting that. We then sold a personal sale, just some salt and pepper shakers that we got when we moved in, I think, from somebody, and we just never used them. So they went for £6, brand new in box. They were like a nice grey ceramic one. We sold a pair of Nike shorts. These were the vintage ones that I got for £1.50 each. Turns out they were boys, not men's, so I sold them on Vinted for £3.50. So I made a couple of quid. No fees though, so, you know, it's not the end of the world. We're not losing money. We then sold an IKEA plush. This was a Lufzig plush, which is, what is it, Little Red Riding Hood. It was the wolf with the granny. It went on offer for £12 on Vinted. It's worth about £14.99 on eBay. So, you know, after fees, I'd probably get 12 quid anyway. Bought from a charity shop, cost me about 2 quid. Final sale was a Weird Fish waffle knit quarter zip. I bought this when we went on holiday to Scarborough, and whilst I was there, I popped into a couple of charity shops. This went on offer for £22.50 all in. eBay next, always the bulk of the sales. We did £439.99 plus a £50 personal sale. So first things first, we sold a Mean Machines car plate. Not an official one, I don't think they've made official ones, but they're basically like license plates with Mean Machine cars on them. They're really popular in America. This was a Fast and Furious Glamour one. It was pink. Got it for £1 from the charity shop. That's why I bought it, just because it was cheap and it looked interesting. That went GSP to America, I think, and it was £8 plus shipping. I think it might have cost them £30 all in for it, which is just mad. We then sold an original Pokemon Ash figure from the Facebook pickup, bundled it in with a Pikachu, and that went for £12 plus postage. You might have seen this on Instagram, but if you didn't, I once bought a broken camera for £5. I didn't know it was broken, but it just won't power on even after charging the batteries. I found it in the loft recently, split it all out and took some bits out of it. I managed to sell the charger. I've just sold the bag really recently. I think it might have been last night. I sold a strap that was in the bag as well, and there was some other bits as well. So I'm actually into good profit on that now. So I sold a vintage Hammer padded camera bag, and that went for £22.95 plus postage. So it was more. The camera's worth 3 quid broken, so the bag itself, you know, I've made £17 profit on that, which is great. We then sold a Fred Perry white shirt. This went for £27 plus postage. Bought from a charity shop. Normally don't pay more than about £6 for a polo, so I was really happy with that. We then sold a Disney Alice in Wonderland mug. This was a personal sale actually, but I put it through tax because I didn't realise. It's not the end of the world. We sold it for £11.50 plus postage, so £14.99. We then sold a pair of Levi's 511s. These went for £25 plus postage. They were a bit better than the normal Levi's. They were worth about £30, but I just accepted a reasonable offer on them. Next, we sold a pair of Hotter heeled shoes. These were a Vanessa. So in Hotter, they've all got the name of what shoes they are, so they're easy to find on eBay. These went for £18.50 plus postage. Really nice charity shop find, sold really quickly as well. It cost me £2.50. Couldn't believe I found it. It was a Garry Kasparov chess electronic set. Really tiny one, like a chess trainer. And like I said, £2.50. I opened it up and it was brand new, apart from one of the bags with the white pawns in had been opened and 4 of them had been taken off the spool. Apart from that, it had never been played. That went for £39.99 plus postage, and it sold within a couple of days. Lord of the Rings: The Third Age on PlayStation 2 sold. That went for £6.99 free postage. I don't make money on games. I make a couple of quid, you know, if they're cheap in the charity shop. But if they're cool games that I remember and I think they're nice and cool and they're clean, I'll buy them and just make a couple of quid because they're nice to see them go through the store. I missed one out here. We actually sold the Dungeons of Doom Early Learning Centre playset, that huge wooden castle. Paid a tenner on it. It didn't have amazing value because there is one different version of it. I think it's the Tower of Doom or something that's worth a bit more. But this one went on offer for £25 plus £7 postage. Paid 50p for these shoes back at Twin Oaks last summer. Just been waiting on them for ages. I had them up for 25. An offer came in for 20. And I snapped that up. They are a pair of Adidas Adizero running trainers. They're only a UK 5, but they're like a Continental, you know, like the Continental tyre brand. It's like a collab with them. They went for £20 plus postage. Need for Speed Carbon PlayStation 2. That went for £4.99 free postage. Nintendo DSi that I bought last week for £5. That went really quick on eBay for £37.99 plus, I think it was £5 postage. It wasn't in the best condition, but I factory reset it, chucked the games in and the charger, and it went straight away. We then sold a bundle of Transformers rescue bots. I put 2 together because they didn't have amazing value, and they went on offer for £10 plus postage. It went GSP, and I think again they've paid 30 quid. So it was £10 plus £3.50 postage in the UK, which is mine, and then the rest is GSP fees. But they were happy. We settled on a price that they sent through eventually, and they've thanked me for my message and things like that. They're looking forward to get them. This came from the broken camera upstairs in the loft. It was a vintage Canon strap, really thin one, not very big at all, but it was very old, really thin. It went for £7.99 plus postage, so it actually went for £11.50, and it's been sat in the loft for a year. No idea it was there. We then sold a woman's Craghoppers Aquadry jacket. The problem with this one is that the inside lining at the bottom had come away and kind of fell out, so it went for £19.99 plus postage, but it only cost me 4 quid, so we're still making over a tenner on it, and it's sold within a couple of weeks. Personal sale was a Thrustmaster Hotus X flight control stick. I got this, used it for a few years on like Elite Dangerous, but I've just decided to swap over to a controller because when I do play them kind of games, there's just not enough room on my desk now that I've got all this printer and eBay stuff and things like that. That went for £40 plus £5 postage. Final sale of the week, surprised this went for full price with no offers at all, was a Wenger Swiss Gear laptop backpack. Paid £4 in the charity shop. This went on probably the highest comp for this backpack, £25 plus £5 postage, so £30 all in. It's nice condition, really high quality backpacks and laptop bags. If you get a Wenger laptop bag with the handle, you're looking at £70 on them, so keep your eye out for that little red badge. That's everything that's sold this week. I hope you guys have had a good week of sales as well, and if you bought anything this weekend, let me know. Let me know the coolest thing you've bought this week and maybe the best sale you've had too. It'd be really interesting to know what everyone's kind of into and what they're selling on their store. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.